The early indicator of NSE Nifty, SGX Nifty Futures was trading 1.29% higher at 10,345.5 on Singapore Exchange. Image, Wikimedia Commons. Indian stock markets are likely to open higher on Monday following a huge surge in all of the US indices on Friday, with Dow Industrials rising about 440 points. The early indicator of NSE Nifty, SGX Nifty Futures was trading 1.29% higher at 10,345.5 on Singapore Exchange. These stocks will be in focus today, March 12, 2018. India. The central government is expected to get 8,044 crore rupees as interim dividend from state-run Coal India Limited for the financial year 2017 to 2018. Union Bank of India. Union Bank of India has direct credit exposure of about 1.2 billion rupees, $18.4 million, to companies controlled by jeweler Nirav Modi, and another 1.75 billion rupees, $26.9 million, to Gitanjali Group of companies, Reuters reported, citing its chief executive. NTPC is likely to finalize the acquisition of the entire stake of Bihar State Power Holding Company Limited, BSPHC, and its two JV plants at Nabinagar and Kandy for around 3,000 crore rupees in a month, PTI reported, citing unidentified sources. Capital First Limited and IDFC Bank. The Competition Commission of India has approved the merger deal between Capital First Limited and IDFC Bank. DHFL, Dewan Housing Finance Corporation said it proposes to raise up to 500 crore rupees from debentures to fund business expansion. Oriental Bank of Commerce, public sector lender Oriental Bank of Commerce raised its benchmark lending rates by up to 0.15 percentage point. Sadbhav Infrastructure had won a 934 crore rupees highway project from National Highways Authority of India in Karnataka. Dr. Reddy's Laboratories had received 5 observations from the U.S. health regulator for its API plant at Medak in Telangana. Bhushan Steel's chairman B.B. Singhal was called for questioning by the Anti-Fraud Agency SFIO, Serious Fraud Investigation Office, in a case pertaining to alleged siphoning of funds worth over 1,000 crore rupees. Bharti Airtel, telecom major Bharti Airtel plans to raise up to 3,000 crore rupees through non-convertible debentures for refinancing debt and meeting spectrum liabilities. The Reserve Bank has imposed a penalty of 5 crore rupees on Airtel Payments Bank for violating operating guidelines and Know Your Customer (KYC) norms. Reliance Retail, a subsidiary of Reliance Industries Limited, acquired 16% stake of US-based Kios Technologies Incorporated (KTI) for cash aggregating to $7 million, about 45 crore rupees. RIL's proposal to sell infrastructure assets including towers, optic fiber cable and spectrum to Reliance Jio has been cleared by the Competition Commission of India, CCI. Jet Airways, a consortium of Jet Airways, Air France KLM and Delta Airlines understood to have expressed interest in the disinvestment of national carrier Air India, PTI reported, citing unidentified sources. SBI and UCO Bank are looking for buyers to sell NPAs, non-performing assets, worth 1,245 crore rupees, and have invited bids from ARCs, banks, NBFCs and fees to clean their books of such debt assets. PSU Bank in focus. The RBI has initiated a special audit of state-owned lenders with focus on trade financing activities, especially relating to the issuance of letters of undertakings, LOAs, by them, PTI said in a report. The Indian rupee on Friday, the rupee fell 3 paise to end at 65.17 against the US dollar. Indian stock markets on Friday. Indian stock markets closed on a negative on Friday, with the key equity indices Sensex and Nifty ending marginally down as shares of metals, bankers slumped heavily. Shares of Tata Steel and Axis Bank were the biggest loser among the Sensex components, while heavyweight shares of India's second largest private sector lender ICICI Bank dragged the benchmark indices massively. The S&P BSE Sensex lost 44.43 points or 0.13% at 33,307.14, and NSE Nifty fell 15.8 points or 0.15% to conclude at 10,226.85. Shares of almost all the metal and mining companies plunged on Friday after the U.S. President Donald Trump imposed tariffs on imports of steel and aluminum. U.S. stock markets on Friday to celebrate the bull market's 9th birthday on Friday. The three major U.S. stock indexes climbed almost 2% and the Nasdaq closed at a record high, as February's jobs report assuaged fears of inflation and aggressive interest rate hikes, Reuters said in a report. The bull market, which began on March 9, 2009, is the second longest on record, leading to questions about how much longer it can last, Reuters added. The Dow Jones Industrial Average rose 440.53 points or 1.77% and at 25,335.74. The S&P 500 gained 47.6 points or 1.74% at 2,786.57 and the Nasdaq Composite added 132.86 points or 1.79% to 7,560.81.